Welcome to Sincerely Me, a podcast about self-discovery and inner work so you can cultivate a deeper relationship to yourself and show up more fully in your work and life. My name is Talia Deljoux, and I'm honored to be your host. Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I am so excited to tell you guys that the doors for the Inner Work Book Club are officially open, and yes, this is an entire episode dedicated to telling you more about this book club because I believe so wholeheartedly in what has been created for you guys. There are some incredible women in the book club already, and we're about to kick off for our April 1st start with our first book, The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. Our second book is going to be The Power of Receiving by Amanda Owen. Our third book is going to be The Crossroads of Should and Must by Elle Luna. And the topics we'll be exploring through those books are self-love, self-acceptance, purpose, self-worth. I mean, you name it, we're just like jumping head in to exploring some really, really amazing topics because it's a book club for personal development. So if you're saying yes to this, we're gonna freaking go. You know what I mean? So the Inner Work Book Club is a year-long virtual book club for people who are ready to commit to their growth. It's a space to learn. It's a space to cut the noise of the outside world and really kind of dig into things that make us better people. And for a long time, people daily would ask me for my personal favorite books, recommendations, and nothing makes me happier than supporting people on their journey of growth and inner work. And at the same time, I have so many books I have not yet read that are just piling up on my bookshelf that I don't really prioritize reading. I don't have the accountability to read. I get lazy. I also want to discuss the topics in these books with other people. I want a community of folks who are passionate about this stuff, passionate about purpose, passionate about passion, passionate about creativity, about manifestation, about vulnerability. These are topics that the nerd inside of me is desperate to talk about to anyone and everyone that I meet every day. So selfishly, this is a book club to give me the space to do that with incredible people like you all. So before I keep going, I will mention if you head over to the show notes, you can actually take a look inside of the book club. It's hosted on a platform called Mighty Networks, and I've screen recorded to give you a preview of the inner workings of the book club. So head over there to take a look. But basically how it works is that at the beginning of each month, I handpick a personal favorite in the genre of personal development for all of us to read together. And throughout the month, I'll share resources, favorite quotes, and questions to support all of us in learning and engaging in conversation, meaningful dialogue around the topics. At the end of each month, we all tune in live as I unpack the greatest lessons from the book and share practices for real life application. So much of the time when I read books, specifically in this genre, it kind of the words kind of just stay on the page, and I don't necessarily know how to apply the information or what to do to kind of bring the learning to life. So my main priority is for what we learn to actually be put into practice, for it to actually help make us better, think better, feel better, do better. And in those monthly group calls, there will be some coaching, again, for application to help you integrate what you've learned so that you actually get to see the changes that you want to see in your life. Some other things to note is that the books are announced on a seasonal basis. So our spring selection, like I mentioned, includes The Gifts of Imperfection, The Power of Receiving, and The Crossroads of Should and Must. And the summer selection will be announced in a couple months. The future books will cover topics like self-care and rest, vulnerability, creativity, self-compassion, happiness, well-being, all of the things. So here's what you get. When you join the book club, you get a monthly pick from that curated selection of books that I mentioned, ongoing resources and reflection questions to support your learning and engage in meaningful dialogue as we all read throughout the month, live monthly video calls to unpack the greatest lessons from the book and get coached through real life application. simple practices and exercises to directly apply the lessons of each book into all of our lives. Accountability to A, read the book, B, transform your learning into mindful and consistent action, exclusive interviews, might I add, with authors and experts to answer your personal questions and dive deeper into the topics, access, of course, to a private network of people who are similarly passionate about personal development, growth, and meaningful connection, and the opportunity to connect to local book club members for meetups. So when you join, you can basically fill out a profile, share your location, and based on where you're at, you can see who else lives around you, near you, in your city to connect and meet up with. And then a couple bonuses, custom worksheets, guided meditations, and more to supplement each book, intimate access to me and my team to answer your questions and support your learning year-round. If you don't have the time or space or money, in full transparency, to do coaching work with me one-on-one, this is a great way to still get that support and learning. So just wanted this to be a more accessible and realistic option for more people. And then, of course, members-only rates for upcoming retreats and programs and courses as we continue to add to the book club and the network. So that is everything. I don't even want to say that's it because that's a heck of a lot. And doors are officially open for founding members. If you become a founding member, that basically means you get 50% off of membership. So the membership for the book club is currently $249 for the entire year, and it will eventually go up to about $500. But for now, doors for founding members are open. What other things should I mention? So a couple FAQs. One, if you don't have the time to read the book 1 month, or if you're just not a reader but still want to learn about these different topics, that is no problem whatsoever. We know that a lot of people are super busy and we don't want this to add pressure or stress to your busy schedule. So our priority from my end is to share enough resources, lessons, recaps, quotes, worksheets to teach you enough so that even if you don't read the book, you're still learning so much information. It's almost like a Cliff Notes version, right? So if you don't get a chance to read it, you can still follow along in the community, check out the questions, download all the materials. You'll still get so much value from the book. There's no shame in showing up, even if you haven't read. I know when I used to be a part of a book club and I wouldn't read a book, I would feel so guilty and it would start to feel like an obligation, and that's just not how we want this to feel. Now, if you've already read one of the books we decide to read in the book club, honestly, that's even better because particularly in the genre of personal development, when you go back and read or reread a book a second or third time, it can be even more powerful because you'll gain new insights and also just integrate the learning more deeply with all the resources we'll be providing. And the other benefit there is that if you've already read the book, we would love for you to kind of take the lead on the community forum, share your own takeaways, share your own questions, answer other people's questions. It's more space for you to kind of step up and share more of your life experiences. If you cannot make the live recap calls at the end of each month, you'll get access to all the replays, so no worries there. And if you have any other questions, guys, about this book club, I am here to answer them. hello@taliadeljoux.com. Let's do this. Okay, so I guess now is time to announce the winners. Drumroll, drumroll, drumroll. To the giveaway. So the giveaway officially closed yesterday, Tuesday, March 24th. And the deal was that you would rate and review the podcast, send me a screenshot of your review. And so the winners of the giveaway for a spot to the Inner Work Book Club for an entire year are, and I'm going to read your handles because I don't know full first names, but savvy.living. Sav, you are our first winner. I'll go ahead and shoot you a message on Instagram to make sure you know. And then our other lucky winner for the book club is Elizabeth Gilbert. Elizabeth_R Gilbert. You also might know that you have the name of a very popular author who we might be reading a book from in the book club. So Elizabeth and Sav, congratulations to the two of you. Thank you for rating and reviewing the podcast and saying hello on Instagram. I'll go ahead and shoot you a message and get you all set up with a year of membership. Thank you guys so much for listening. Just cannot wait. I hope you can hear the energy and the excitement that has gone into building this with you. Again, a big thank you to Allie for helping me bring this to life and building this out with me. You are the best. We will catch you on next week's episode. If you guys have any suggestions or topics you want to hear about, given the current state of the world, please let me know. I love taking suggestions. I love being able to serve you guys and respond to your greatest needs. So let me know what you need. I would love to help. Sincerely, me.